Hi people, it's me again, trying a new recipe that I can eat. In a 1 cup of warm water, not hot, add in 3 teaspoons of yeast and mix it all together and set it aside to bloom. In a separate bowl, add in 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, or you can also use bread flour. Then, 1.5 teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar, and 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil. Then add in our yeast mixture. Mix it all together to combine until there are no dry lumps of flour. When the flour is ready, we can now knead it by hand. If you have a stand mixer or a hand mixer, you can also use that. But if in any case not all of us have tools to use, you can always use your hand, but make sure to knead it for around 30 minutes until you have formed a dough, not sticky anymore. And when you stretch it, it doesn't come off easily. In the same bowl, put your dough and cover it with cling wrap or foil or a tea towel. Then, let it ferment at room temperature for about 90 minutes. After 90 minutes, we are now ready to form our dough. Flour your dough and your work surface. Then, divide your dough into 4 equal parts. Just eyeball it to make it equal. But if you want to be precise, if you have a weighing scale, you can always measure it. After the dough has been divided, we will now get 1 piece of dough and pull it and stretch it on the other side and tuck it in the middle and turn it around and continue to form a dough ball. And just repeat the process with the rest of your dough. After forming the dough, allow it to rest for about 15 minutes. Cover it with a tea towel or a cling wrap or the same aluminum foil that you used. While we are waiting for our dough to rest, flour or dust with cornmeal the surface on where you will bake our long rolls. And after 15 minutes, we are now ready to shape our dough into a long rolls. Take 1 piece of dough and make sure to degas. Press it down and make a rectangular shape and slowly tuck from the bottom upwards, making sure that everything are tucked very well. In a triangular gesture of my hand, Slowly roll it by putting a little bit pressure down to make a long roll. Then transfer each roll to your baking tray. Before letting our dough rest again for another 30 to 45 minutes, press down gently the dough so when it dries, it will look more like a long rolls. And after 45 minutes, scorch the dough before baking it for about 20 to 30 minutes. And by the way, you must have preheated your oven to high temperature, but that still varies according to your oven type. After 30 minutes, transfer your baked bread into a wire rack and let it cool down. And now, we are ready to make our mincemeat cheesesteak. Simple and less ingredients, but super tasty. Slice one small onion. Thaw your mincemeat before you are ready to cook. Heat your pan and just add a little bit of olive oil, then add in your mincemeat. And tossing it from time to time, making sure that they are evenly cooked. Then, just add in a dash of pepper and a few turns of our salt. Once the mincemeat is cooked or a little bit crispy, transfer it in a plate. On the same pan, we are now going to saute our onions. Let it sweat until it is soft and cook. When the onions are cooked, we put back our mincemeat. Then arrange it all in the middle. Then continue to add on top the cheese. Cover it to let it melt for a few seconds. Once the cheese are melted, top it with your bread and slowly scoop it. And by forming this beautiful mincemeat cheesesteak.
right. You know, yeah. We was in the heights, OG.
Of course, taste test, guys. This sandwich is really tasty. I wish I have put more cheese. You can actually eat this even just by the bread alone. By the way, people, you can even form this into a bigger rolls like this one. And I even used this with my other video with the viral TikTok garlic sandwich spread. And it's also good. Hope you watch it. You can click the link in the description box or up above. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in another one. Bye!
Back to back like we chipping Dale. Now the price is going up and the ticket sales. All we do is show and prove, we don't kiss and tell. Hand to your lip, we honoring the code. I'm known to go